Hello, it is Friday, 3rd of May. It's Bandcamp Friday. I've heard from a few of you. I'd appreciate your support. Even if you don't want to buy music, you can just contribute to my channel like people do on Patreon and stuff. Except I'm not doing Patreon. This is free flow, free will, old style, hippie mind. If you want, well, to me, the word hippie was a compliment. I know that it was actually a derogatory term when all is said and done. But if you just want to contribute to the channel, send to me at dereckvaughn@gmail.com. I was just thinking I could make a big sign here. Maybe I will, You can see you can get my email address and the links to my Bandcamp will be in the description box below the video. Some folks have already made purchases since I made the video last night. Thank you. Please, folks, keep it coming. It's amazing what a person who is attempting to destroy our country he's able to amass millions of dollars from people who just sent him $20 and $30. And his whole purpose is to destroy, and that is not mine. What an upside down world, Send some money towards something good, like music and art, mine and any other artist that you may find of interest. So tomorrow, David Hawes of X of Catherine will join me again. I pulled this book because this is a book about hypnosis. The album graphics of Storm Thorgerson, basically. And look what's on the cover. Look what they chose to illustrate with. An alternate of the cover of the band's album Chrome. And there's a fair amount of about Catherine Wheel in the book. Like here's Happy Days. I don't want to completely open it because, again, the binding will break. Isn't that interesting how bindings are delicate? But I absolutely love the band Catherine Will still to this day. I often hear their music in my head when I am not playing it. So looking forward to my next conversation with Dave tomorrow. I see your questions. I will ask them. If anyone else has questions for Dave Haw in relation to the band Catherine Wheel, or if you know him and you just want to leave a message for him, leave them in the comments today, okay? That's supposed to happen tomorrow. I left Edward Caspellin another message saying, man, just chill on the visit. I can feel that you're busy. I mean that. I can feel that he's busy. So just to get back to me. I'm happy. Richard tells me a fourth dimension that just, give it some time, but Stephen Wilson will probably happen. That he'll probably be a guest on the channel here. That excites me. That's pretty cool. I have a whole section. I haven't shown it in a while. This is just some of my porcupine treat. This is one I play a lot. When it came out, I played this a lot and learned a lot of it on the guitar. Fear of a Blank Planet, limited edition version. Nil Recurring EP. I've just pulled some of these. Deadwing, probably my favorite. I've talked about this quite a bit actually in the past. Voyage 34. The one I don't have is Yellow Hedgerow Escape. I don't have that. Lightbulb Sun. Another good one. I like that cover too. The color scheme. The light bulb. Transmission 4. I like the band. I do. Another dead one. I've got a black vinyl and a blue vinyl. No, neither one is for sale. Man, when I first showed my 2 copies, people bugged me. Come on, sell one. You don't need them both. That's not the point. I like it. I got them. I forget. This is Signify. This is the second thing I heard by the band, and this is what hooked me was this album. So, oh, okay. There's enough going on here. The sky moves sideways. A lot of people really go for this one. I like In Absentia. I learned this one. Every Home is Wired. It's a good one. I have more. This is just what I pulled from this shelf, and then the next shelf down is more. We Lost the Skyline on orange vinyl. So that's pretty cool that Steven Wilson is amenable to coming on the channel and talking about music with me. That's way cool. Thanks, Richard. Thank you. I did forget to mention yesterday that this is still available on vinyl through my Bandcamp site. The order goes to the label and they fill it. And here's one I never talk about but I should. And I appreciate the comment yesterday. Someone said they wish that more of my stuff was on vinyl. I do too. It's expensive and it's a long process. If you look me up on Discogs, some of my old stuff you could probably find used. Some of my older albums on vinyl, you can probably find copies on vinyl. Here's something newer that I have one song on. When did this come out? It's been a while now. Through the Numero Group. It's a pretty well-known label now, especially for reissues and old stuff. Planisphere. I did a licensing deal with these folks for one song that they really liked, but they didn't give me a choice on how they were going to present it. So they put the song on this picture disc, which is actually an actual planisphere. You can use this chart literally along with the whole thing is a chart to look at the stars at night. I dare say that my track is one of the stronger tracks on here, which is not a good thing. It's a good track, but I would have much liked it better if I was on a good overall presentation. There's a couple of other decent tracks on here, but overall this is just okay. But this is, if you're collecting my work, here's one to look for. Planisphere. That's the name of the release, Planisphere. And this is an example of where I'm learning. This was my first licensing deal, and I've done several since then, none like this, because technically on this one I still owe money. On all the other licensing deals since this, it's a straight deal. No owing, no advances. I learned, don't take the advance. Unless you're a sure shot. And who knows, right? My gig with Chemicals is tonight. I can't be bothered. That was a cool thing that I related to from the King Crimson. I watched that again last night. The person making the documentary would ask questions that would annoy Robert, and he would openly show that. And one question was about the show that night. And Robert said, "Don't ask me that question, then I'll be worried about it, and that'll fuck me up." And it's the same for me. When people say, "I hope that somebody records your show," that'd be nice, but I can't be concerned about that. And I made the mistake in the past of responding to people. Could you make sure that your show gets taped? If somebody tapes the show and And it was like that completely took away from the energy of trying to perform. So I hope somebody takes some clips up tonight. I hope we're good. That's my main focus today is practice. There, it's funny. I write the tracks that we're doing in chemicals that I wrote on the keyboard. I wrote the bass lines on the keyboard, so they're kind of hard to play as far as um, they are. I had to practice yesterday. Got to practice some more today. I want it to be good. So that's mainly what I'm up to is practice. One thing that got played yesterday all the way through, and I showed it on Facebook, is a recent discus release that I received. Shiver meets Matthew Bourne, and this came through like gangbusters yesterday. I really got this yesterday. This is really good. This is the second one. Volume 1 is all yellow. I've shown that before. Nice work, Martin. This is in the vein of improvisation like super silent. It's very unique, but this is more melodic than super silent. This is really good. Excuse me. Another reference for those that need it would be maybe early Electric Miles, closer to In a Silent Way, but not like In a Silent Way. That's just, I'm trying to think of references. This is very good. Shiver meets Matthew Bourne. Okay. Another bit of business before I forget. So David Nance and Mode Sound, the band that I am an honorary member of the collective. Okay, that's the way to look at this, because I'm not in the active band except when they play locally. They are about to go out on the road. There I am on the back. You can see my black ass over there talking to Pearl. David is about to do a stint headed out to the West Coast, okay? I won't be with them, but I highly encourage you guys to go and see my dudes, David Nance and Mode Sound. This sound that this album is making is apparently very popular. This is not country, but it has Midwest flavor, which includes country. I am not down with this country music. I live in Nebraska, and people are really into it. Orville, Peck, Charlie Crockett. I don't like any of it. I don't, and I'm playing with David Nance. And if I played with Charlie Crockett, it probably would be different because I'm making the music, okay? Making music is different than just passively listening. And passively listening, this is not country. This is real music that has the flavor of our real lives. So there's country all the way to Faust on this album. That's why I'm really proud of this album. And it's on Jack White's label. But the country thing, I ain't down with it at all. And I have other thoughts about it, which I'm not going to share because someone will say, well, that sounds like conspiracy theory. Well, yeah, because I don't know, but I sure know from experience what I'm speaking of and what I'm observing. I don't like country music in general. It's a trigger. It reminds me of racism, basically. Even black people doing country music, same thing. Racism. Stinking white privilege that will never go away. It's not about hating people. It's about the unfairness of history. Get that straight, people. Don't be stupid with me, okay? My calling out racism isn't about hating people. It's about hating a system of a system and a mindset, which is pathetic. It's pathetic. So those are the things that are on my mind, folks. If I can take the switch up of me and on you, people, I hope you're doing well. And I hope that whatever energy you get through the channel that you find helpful, I hope it's in this video And I have to be real though. Like I'm asking you for your support today. This is not a paid channel, and so I'm just free form. Whatever's going on with me is what you hear about. Now, to make a point about not monetizing my YouTube channel, I don't want to be censored. I watch rock history music out of Canada regularly. He hasn't been making very many videos lately, John Bowden. But he has shared recently, he monetizes. He monetizes to the point that he can actually make a living off of it. But he shared recently that YouTube messes with him. And he's frustrated with them and doesn't like what he has to go through because he's monetized. Even before I heard that, I knew. Because I looked at monetization, and their setup. And it's like, they want to tell you what you can talk about and what you can't talk about. It's like, no, you hear me speak my free mind. If I want to. So, no. Some people need, I understand because of the way the world is, that a lot of people need that structure. Well, if it's not on Bandcamp or if it's not on Patreon, oh, I'm not doing nothing, because it's too nebulous to them. And that's too bad. I'll live with that because I don't want to always be thinking about business and the money and the stuff. I like to just be living, having a cup of coffee. Beautiful sunshine today. Appreciate when the dog is not out and it's quiet. It's quiet this morning. So that's what's up with me today. Hope family, hope you're all well. Yeah. And all you other people who are with me, I hope you're well too. So if you're interested in Catherine Wheel, you have a question for David, leave it today. I will ask the questions that people have left. I'll ask him tomorrow, okay? Should be fun.